Your future? What a joke, Dad sneered, before slamming my laptop onto my head. The night before my final thesis was due. Can you imagine pouring 18 months of your life, your very soul, into a single project, your graduate thesis, only to have it violently ripped away? Just 2 days before it was due, my own father smashed my laptop against my skull, and through the searing pain, as blood streamed down my face, the most chilling sound I heard was my mother, laughing in the corner. The story begins. My name is Allison, and I was 24 years old when my pursuit of education almost cost me everything. I grew up in Millbrook, a small industrial town where the factory whistle was more reliable than any clock. Our modest, peeling 2-bedroom house sat on the edge of town, a constant reminder of what my father called realistic priorities. My dad, Harold Thompson, worked at the steel mill for 27 years. His hands were calloused, his scowl permanent, the proud badges of real work. Education, to him, was frivolous, a luxury for people too soft to earn an honest living. My mom, Doris, worked part-time at the local diner, always ensuring the house was kept exactly to Dad's demands. She learned early in their marriage that contradicting him led to days of cold silence or explosive arguments. Over time, she became his echo, reinforcing his opinions to avoid becoming their target. Sometimes she'd even join his mockery of my academic interests, her nervous laughter a shield against his derision. Then there was Frank, my older brother, the golden child. He dropped out of high school junior year to work alongside Dad at the mill. Now that's a real Thompson, Dad would announce proudly, clapping Frank on the shoulder. None of that book nonsense, just honest work. Frank eagerly absorbed these lessons, mirroring Dad in every way. By 20, he had his own apartment and a steady paycheck, the absolute pinnacle of success in their eyes. Me? I discovered early on that I loved learning. Words fascinated me. Numbers held secrets I yearned to unravel. I'd lose myself in science experiments in our kitchen until Dad would storm in, demanding I stop wasting food on foolishness. My third-grade teacher, Mrs. Sanderson, was the first to see it. Allison has remarkable analytical skills, she told my parents during a mandatory conference. Dad just stared at the wall, Mom nodded politely, and they both forgot her words before we even reached the parking lot. By 5th grade, I won the district spelling bee. The local paper ran a small article with my photo. I was beaming, clutching my certificate. Other parents snapped pictures. Mine never showed. Had to work overtime, Dad claimed. Later, I overheard him telling Frank it was ridiculous to celebrate knowing how to spell words any normal person could just look up. In 7th grade, my science project on local water quality earned state recognition. The principal himself called home. Mom answered, saying, "That's nice," in the same flat tone she used for the weather forecast. When I asked if they'd drive me 2 hours to the state competition, Dad scoffed. "We're not wasting gas so you can play scientist. That won't put food on the table." High school became my sanctuary, my escape. I joined every academic club, staying until the last possible moment. My English teacher, Mr. Vaughn, loaned me books from his personal collection. "Your mind is exceptional, Allison," he told me once. "Don't let anyone dim your light." My math teacher, Miss Garcia, stayed late to help me prepare for AP exams. "College will open doors you can't even imagine yet," she encouraged. When I became valedictorian, the principal personally called my parents to invite them to the ceremony. They didn't attend. Dad had a fishing trip planned with Frank. Mom claimed a migraine. I delivered my speech to a crowd of strangers, fighting back tears when other students ran to hug their proud parents afterward. I stood alone until Mr. Vaughn approached with a small wrapped gift, a journal. The inscription read, "Full story, on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next."